بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين.
Practical examples of shirk in governorship. One who thinks the rule of other than Allah is better or like the rule of Allah is a mushrik, shirk akbar, because he's disbelieving in the clear verses. أَفَحُكْمَ الْجَاهِلِيَّةِ يَبْغُونَ وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ مِنَ اللَّهِ حُكْمًا لِقَوْمٍ يُوقِنُونَ. In Surah Al-Ma'idah. Do they seek the judgment of other than Allah? Do they seek the judgment of those who are the judgment of the days of ignorance? حكم الجاهلية. Another verse. أليس الله بأحكم الحاكمين. Is not Allah the best of all judges? These are rhetorical questions. They don't need an answer. It's a statement. Another form is to merely think it's permissible to rule by other than Allah in that which other than Allah revealed. That's shirk akbar. Why? Because it's against what's in the verses, and it's in the hadith and ijma', prohibiting judging by other than what Allah has ordered. A third scenario is to legislate laws or a sharia different than what's in the Quran and the Sunnah, believe in this law is permissible to judge by, or believe in this law is better or equal to the laws of Allah. Shirk akbar. Legislated other and contrary to what Allah has ordered. A fourth example, another example. Willingly obeying or accepting whoever governs by other than the rule of Allah, acceptance by giving them precedent over the Quran and the Sunnah, by showing discontentment to the laws of Allah, by thinking it's okay to be governed by the other than Allah, but other than the rules of Allah, by believing this rule or law is better than the rule of Allah or like it. وَمَنْ لَمْ يَحْكُمْ بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْكَافِرُونَ. In Surah Al-Ma'idah. ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّهُمْ كَرِهُوا مَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّهُمْ كَرِهُوا مَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ فَأَحْبَطَ أَعْمَالَهُم. In Surah Muhammad. The fifth example in shirk of governorship is to call to rule by other than the sharia of Allah, like those who call for laws that allow women to walk with no hijab, or those who call for laws to have open usury in the society, or those who call for laws to stop the law of having 4 wives. The call to any of that is major shirk, takes one out of Islam. Because calling to such a call can only stem from a heart that admires laws of other than Allah in those matters and deems those better than the laws of Allah. The call to it merely implies that clearly and openly, and it implies hatred to the laws of Allah. That's major shirk. He's also most likely a munafiq, because he will tell you he's a Muslim and he's a supporter of the Muslim, and he'll bring you pictures of him in the Jum'ah Salah. The one who declares a matter halal and it's haram, and he's a sincere, genuine mujtahid, that's a totally different situation. A mujtahid may declare a matter halal and say it's haram, and the opposite by error, for one of many excuses that ulama outlined in this matter, such as, for example, the most popular scenario is the hadith did not reach him, so he considered a matter halal because the hadith did not reach him. The error of a genuine mujtahid, reputable genuine mujtahid, is not kufr or shirk. It's not even a sin. It's actually something he will get rewarded for. One reward. For one who knows it's wrong and follows a path different from the path of the Prophet ﷺ knowingly, that's shirk. Ibn Taymiyyah in his third volume of the Fatawa said, when one makes halal haram or opposite, that has an ijma' on it, or switches and replaces the sharia, meaning replaces the sharia with another, then it's consensus he's kafir by the consensus, by ijma' of the fuqaha. In volume 35, he spoke about ulama as well, pertaining to this matter. He said, when a alim leaves his knowledge of the Quran and the Sunnah and follows a ruler who's in opposition to the rules of Allah and His Messenger and apostate legislations, he is worthy of punishment and the life after, and he is an apostate. Ibn Kathir, in Bidayah wa Nihaya, in the 13th volume, he said, whoever leaves the shara that was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and chooses to be governed by other than the sharia, that's kafir. He means if you leave the Quran and Sunnah to go to the laws of the Torah in the Bible, that's what he means. Then he went on to say, in Bidayah, he said, if that's for those type of laws, at one point in time, those were laws from Allah before they were tampered with, before they were abrogated. Those were laws that Allah sent to people. He said, if that's for those types of laws today, because they're now abrogated, imagine how it is for one who chooses to be governed by other laws. Whoever does so is kafir by ijma'. Shanqiti in Adwa al-Bayan said, after mentioning some proof, he said, whoever follows man-made laws made by, look at these beautiful quotes, I love this beautiful quote, man-made laws made by devils on the tongues of humans, contrary to the sharia of Allah that's on the tongue of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there is no doubt he's a kafir and a mushrik. Only one who doubts that is one who Allah obliterated his vision and blinded him from the brightness of revelation. In the verse, Muhammad ibn Ibrahim, Imam Muhammad, Shaykh Muhammad ibn Ibrahim, when he mentioned فَلَا وَرَبِّكَ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ حَتَّى يُحَكِّمُوكَ فِي مَا شَجَرَ بَيْنَهُمْ, said Allah denied iman for those who do not put the Prophet as their judge in their dispute. This is a denial with an oath.